Welcome back to Behind the Burn. This is our 8th episode of our 2.0 relaunch. And like I've said in weeks past, if you haven't seen the first series of featured videos, take a look back. True inspiration with completely relatable topics to show anyone out there that working out, getting fit and healthy is possible if you truly want it to be. This week, Carrie will be showing how she's found her place here at Burn after trying multiple different gyms, diets, and different things going on out there. Have you been there? Have you tried different diets or gyms and failed in the past? If you have, you've got to listen to how it is possible and why you shouldn't give up. Carrie and her family have also overcome great odds to get to where they are today, and I want to let her story speak for itself. A great person with a lot of heart. Here she is.
Hi, my name's Carrie Six. I'm 37 and I'm a middle school family and consumer sciences teacher. So I've struggled with weight my entire life as long as I can remember. I kind of started the roller coaster of diets and gyms and trying everything. In college, I kind of really started going to the gym and doing some other diet plans that worked at the time, but just didn't stick with me. It wasn't a change in my life habit. And I tried Burn in 2016. I absolutely loved it, but at the time, we had our son in 2011. He had a lot of medical problems. We found out when I was pregnant, he had a very rare syndrome called Pfeiffer syndrome type 2. It's mostly a cranial syndrome. He was born, his skull was fused, breathing issues. They told us at best he might live for 2 days. My first child, I didn't have that typical first couple months of motherhood. I lived in a hospital. I didn't get to hold him until he was 12 days old. And now he had a really, really big surgery in 2017 where he actually had to wear this really big metal headpiece. They basically cut his face, and his whole face had to be brought forward to help open up his airways, to help open up his nasal passageways, and he had to wear this device called a halo. We actually had to turn screws on it every night to help pull his face forward. So we didn't know how that surgery would go. We didn't know what the outcome would be. We didn't know if he would make it through the surgery. And I just remember being up at nights crying because I just didn't have the energy to do it. I was exhausted. I was mentally exhausted. I was physically exhausted. There was just so much going on, so many balls I was trying to keep in the air. Plus I was working on top of it and teaching. So trying to keep all that going, I was just really, really burnt out, and I needed to find an outlet for that. Once we got through that, he was stable. That's when I decided it was time to come back to Burn, and I needed to do something for me. I was finally at that place where I realized I needed to do something to be better for my kids. So when I first started Burn, I was petrified. I was so out of shape. I was so overweight. I had done nothing. How am I gonna go in here and kickbox? I can barely walk up a flight of stairs. The great thing about Burn is everything has a modification, from a jumping jack to a flying sidekick. You can modify everything. And it's also really important for me to lead by example. I know my kids are watching me. They're watching what I do. They're watching what I'm eating, and I don't want them to go through the same struggles I went through. So it's really important to me to make it that overall lifestyle change. So they know I go kickboxing. They come kickboxing with me, and they'll sit and watch and cheer me on, and they get all excited about it. Having that patience and understanding what you're doing, that makes this place so great and so friendly and open to everybody. I mean, there's all ages, all body types when you walk through these doors, so it's easy to feel like you fit in.
If you've tried other things out there and not succeeded, you are not alone. Not until you find a place that is A, effective, B, community driven, C, supportive, and D, fun. You will not find success. If you do, it might be painful along the way. You've got to have all of those pieces of the puzzle to find health and happiness. When adversity comes up, and as you can see, it will for all of us along the way at some point, you've got to have a place that you can call home that will be there for you when you need it. Carrie, as personal as her story might be, shows us that you can accomplish everything you want and find yourself in your place, no matter what you've been through in the past. Please share this video to help spread the word in the community that working out, getting fit, and finding health and happiness can and should be fun. Keep an eye out next week for a brand new episode of Behind the Burn, and until next time, fuel your fire and come feel the burn.